people-driven change,
civic engagement.
social accountability.
Welcome to Ustawi podcast.
Welcome to Ustawi podcast. Uh, I'll be your host, Raphael Torah, with my sister here, Leocadia. Leocadia, you should introduce yourself because I don't want to speak for yourself.
Hello, guys, and welcome to Ustawi podcast. My name is Leocadia Gaudensha, and I'll be your host.
Maybe I'm sure our viewers may be asking, what is Ustawi and why Ustawi? I think you should tell us, why did we choose Ustawi?
The motivation behind Ustawi
Mhm,
is a line on the national anthem, the Swahili one, that
mhm.
states "Kila siku tuwe na ustawi," and I thought that as citizens, we all have a role to play
Mhm.
to ensure that we get the ustawi as we pray for in the national anthem.
And indeed, we're hoping to have serious conversations that are going to be that are going to touch socio, economic, and political. And I think not only that, because we are looking forward to have several CSR. How do we call CSR in full? Leocadia?
Community service, something, something.
Socio.
Oh,
So, what is it?
oh, corporate social
Exactly,
responsibility.
because we're looking forward to having several events like nurturing talents, and then touching more on the youth leadership and a lot of things. And maybe we should inform our viewers that we're going to have episodes coming every week. And maybe it's not the first thing. We've been running Twitter space that comes every Friday, 9 p.m., and we touch a lot of things. And maybe you can tell us more on how we handle our spaces, and even invite viewers for more conversations.
Okay. So Ustawi will be a social platform, rather is a social platform that aims to create awareness to the general public
Mhm,
on governance and encouraging them to be active, like to actively participate in governance,
mhm.
and so that they don't like just give up yet and say that things have already been decided.
Yeah.
They should know that their voices still matter,
Mhm.
and yeah,
But do you think at this rate, people feel their voices matter?
at this rate, okay, like at this point in
Yes, yes,
time,
yes, yes.
people don't feel like their voices matter because there's a notion that even the public participation that happens is just for rubber stamping.
Hmm.
People should not give up yet.
Hmm.
If we have a public participation meeting happening, they
Hmm.
should turn up,
Hmm.
give their views, and be part of every process that happens,
Hmm.
so that if information or a draft has come out
Hmm.
and whatever they discuss during the public participation is not featured, they ask questions.
But sometimes I think whatever has been happening, people take it like their voice don't count, and maybe is it because maybe it doesn't happen? Is it because they feel it's not right, or is it because they feel even if I go, even if I do it, it can still not count? What do you think is the main problem in such scenarios?
The main problem is
Mhm,
um, the people who go for public participation
mhm,
have different agendas.
mhm,
Someone might go because of the token that they get from attending.
mhm,
Some just go for the numbers, and people who'd really like, who have gone through the whole civic engagement, like they have education on the importance of public participation,
Mm,
mostly don't attend.
mhm,
So the people who go don't end up having quality participation,
mhm,
quality in the sense that they just went to the social hall
mm,
and then maybe they didn't ask questions.
mm,
They just sat there and listened to what was being said,
mhm.
and maybe they were afraid of raising their issues because it's alleged that leaders have their people who heckle
Mm,
whenever people ask questions, so they're afraid of being heckled, so they
yeah.
don't end up giving feedback.
Mm,
So it's just like basically a waste of time to them. So you find that the public participation happens, things come, okay, the drafts come to them,
mhm,
and whatever was discussed wasn't there,
mm,
or the leaders just got what they wanted.
mm.
So at the end of the day, it doesn't make sense. But we want to the space. Okay, the Ustawi podcast will like create more awareness
Yes.
on steps to take after
Mhm.
attending a public participation, and the bills are brought.
Yes.
You should question, and then the whole process, like petitions, memoranda, to follow up and ensure
Mhm.
that
Their voices.
everything is
Mhm.
persons driven, it's citizen driven,
Yeah.
because at the end of the day, we are the ones who suffer.
Oh yeah. Right. So we I think that's part of what Ustawi is more about, and it's what we're focusing at. And sometimes we need to inform the audience that there are people who perceive it that it's just a formality. It's done for formality. Of course, sometimes it happens. We have seen it happen because there are some things that are are done, and maybe you ask, I thought this thing was not. We were not for this. Or maybe sometimes when you attend, you feel your point was not captured, or your interests were not served. But it's not too late. It doesn't mean that it's now it's not going to get into the right track. And I hope as we move forward, we we're going to achieve the goal. We're going to ensure that people have to learn. People come out when they feel there is public participation, and that's what we need more. And we said about nurturing talents, and you can even explain to us how are we going to do this. Maybe we're going to have talent search. We come up with a way of identifying some talents, and we feel doing it's just a way of giving back to the society, back to the community, and in one way or another we shall have touched one or two talents and helped them, and even make them feel their talents not taken for a ride. And that's what we're looking forward in achieving at the that's our end goal. And maybe they will ask, how are we going to reach to Ustawi? You can tell them our handles, uh, so that at least they can reach us, and then maybe we can have a conversation. We're expecting to have feedbacks. We're expecting to have a conversation. Maybe the audience can tell us we need to discuss this and this. We need to have such a conversation. We need to have a guest, some guests, and that's the only way we can link up, so that at least we can feel we are we are we are, we are moving forward together.
Yeah, to add on that,
Mhm,
Ustawi plans to be solution based.
mhm,
So we are partnering with duty bearers, like the members of parliament. So if we have a bill and we have discussed, whether on this podcast or on our Twitter spaces,
mhm,
we can have like our agenda and take it to the duty bearer so that they can take it to the next step.
mhm.
So apart from like just discussing,
Yeah.
we are going to like see things happen. Like last week we had a a space on
Yes.
the effectiveness of our curriculum,
Mhm.
and we had a member of parliament on board, and we discussed about it, and we aired our grievances, and
Mhm.
he promised to ensure that our grievances are heard. So
Yes.
we'll follow up on that,
Mhm.
and we'll get on board more duty bearers so that um, this Ustawi is result oriented.
Sure. So, Leocard, I think we have to inform our audience that our episodes will be running every Wednesday, weekly, to ensure that we keep our audience updated. And with the time, we're going to even start uploading twice a week. And we are praying that sometimes we'll be uploading daily, depending on how we're going to achieve our goal. Uh, I think again we're incorporating with the guys from diaspora.
Yeah, the people from diaspora who've been frequenting our spaces
Mhm.
want to be incorporated because east or west home is best. So they want to know how best they can help us as a nation achieve
Mhm.
stability.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I think at this point we should inform our people that they find us in all our platforms at Ustawi 254, and we're willing to receive your feedback. We're willing to have a conversation. Let's talk. Reach to us at any time, and you're free to tell us where you feel we should touch more, where you feel we should go back and exhaust.
You can find us on Twitter at Ustawi254, on YouTube at Ustawi254, on email at ustawi.media@gmail.com. See you on the next episode.